Imagine how you feel when you slip into a pew at your church, or walk through the doors of your mosque to pray. Or maybe it's your temple you are entering, a Native American ceremony that's about to begin. Or maybe you're outside in the woods, finding your spiritual connection. It's easy to take any of these scenarios for granted, but we shouldn't. Religious freedom has been hard-won in this country by women and men, Baptist included, who were inspired by their own faiths to protect the faiths of others. Step back into the early 1600s England under King James I, where everyone had to worship the same God in the same way. Dissenters might be killed for their beliefs. In 1612, Thomas Helwys, one of the original Baptists, published the first defense of religious liberty in English. For one, he said, the government has no business sticking its nose into a person's private spiritual life. And two, it's not just about Baptists. Religious freedom must apply to every man, woman, and child, no matter what their faith. These were dangerous views at the time. Helwys was locked up and never got out. Over in colonial America, things weren't much better. Baptist leader Roger Williams was thrown out of Massachusetts Bay for preaching soul freedom. Undaunted, he started a whole new colony, Rhode Island, that embraced religious liberty. It was also Williams' words that led to what we now know as separation of church and state. But elsewhere, Baptists faced persecution. During the 17th and 18th centuries, Baptists were whipped, fined, jailed, and publicly humiliated for their beliefs. These persecutions moved founders like Thomas Jefferson and James Madison to advocate for religious liberty. That's Baptist minister John Leland, a key player in getting James Madison to include the guarantee of religious liberty for people of all faiths in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution in 1791. But this freedom was not extended to everyone. Under the violent regime of chattel slavery, enslaved Africans and their descendants lost not only their liberty, but also their religious freedom. Worship was a dangerous act done in secret or in small gatherings under the slave owner's watchful eye. A contested history followed through the abolitionist movement, Civil War, Reconstruction, and the bloody backlash of white supremacy and segregation. Baptists like Martin Luther King Jr., Fannie Lou Hamer, Gardner C. Taylor, and Prathia Hall demonstrated how crucial religious liberty was in their witness and activism in the civil rights movement. Yet, as powerful as their advocacy was, their dream is still waiting to be realized today. Amidst growing anti-Semitism, a Muslim travel ban, and the rise of Christian nationalism, religious liberty is under attack and driving the national conversation. To protect religious liberty for all, it will take all of us. Come join us. Become the next freedom fighter today.